Today's show is pre-recorded.
Y'all know what time it is. Y'all don't know, y'all better ask somebody. Hat on, suit on, looking like a dapper dog, giving them all dressed like $1,000,000, diamond things in its cuffs. Y'all tell me who could it be but Steve Harvey? Oh yeah, listening to me. Put your hands together for Steve Harvey. Put your hands together. Why don't you join in? Yeah. Steve Harvey, get on, y'all. Better give me some eggs while I listen to Steve Harvey. Yeah, join in with me. If you're with me, help me say, turn your radio on. You gotta turn it on. Yeah, turn it on. Steve Harvey in the morning, y'all. Steve Harvey got to turn them out. Got to turn them out. Steve Harvey turn them on in the morning, y'all. Come on, Steve. Come on. Do your thing, Big Daddy.
I sure will. Good morning, everybody. You are listening to The Voice. Come on, dig me now. One and only Steve Harvey. Got a radio show. Man, if y'all only knew. I think I'll tell it to you. This morning, man, started off real crazy. But it's just those little mishaps where we as people who are striving to be successful, that makes all the difference in the world. When you have those little minor things that come up, you can't let the minor things stop you. You've got to keep pressing forward. Now, could I have played the role of where is my car? Where is my car? Oh, where is my car? Instead of hustling and grab a cab. So what am I? Am I above a cab ride now? Or do I have to look at the bigger picture and say, okay, I could act like a little spoiled brat, some type of star, and go, I don't ride in cabs, or where's my car? And then go to blaming people for not having a car. Or do I make the adjustments? Because ain't like I ain't been in a cab before now. Slow down. Ain't like I ain't never been in a beat-up car before. Slow down. Ain't ever like I ain't never had a car and rode a bus before. Slow down. Ain't like I ain't never been homeless before and ain't have nowhere to go. Slow down. So in those moments right there, always remember where you come from. But even more importantly, always remember where you're trying to go. Because it's important for me that I get here as many mornings as I possibly can. It's important because that's the goal. And so many people allow minor things to stop them on their road to success. And I'm giving you this example today, not to say, hey, look at me, but to say to you, hey, listen to me. There are going to be a lot of things that's going to happen along your way to being successful. And if you allow the small things to stop you, there's no way you'll make it. You've got to always press forward and stop looking at the situation for what it is. And look, sometimes you have to take your eye off of right now and put your eye on the future. You know, God has blessed me in so many ways. I mean, what can I say? You know, I asked God for this syndicated show. He gives me a syndicated show. Now I act like I don't want to come to it. Hold on, man. Slow down. Did not you ask for this? Do I not realize that there are certain people, man, who look forward to this message in the morning? I've heard it from people. So from the hundreds that I've heard it for, that could represent thousands for all I know. So if I think somebody's counting on me, I got to try to get there and give something. So today I didn't have any time at all to think about what I might say. I just walked right in and the jingle was playing. And so I decided to just tell you about my day, and maybe you can relate it to something you're going through along the way. Because no matter who you are, you're going to have some moments, man, where things are going to happen. And like I always tell my kids, and I just had this conversation with my little girl, it ain't that things ain't going to happen. It's how you handle what happens that matters. But it don't matter. It's how you handle what happens that's the determining factor on where you get in life and how soon you get there and how long you stay there. There will always be a mishap, something that's going to throw you off. There will always be something, man, that could deter you. There will be something somewhere, man, that will make you doubt it. Now that you know that's going to happen, then let's talk about how you handle what happens, because it's going to happen. So now what do you do as a person when these moments come about in your life? How do you handle them? Oh, woe is me. Oh, I guess it wasn't meant to be. Well, if the Lord wanted me to have this, I'd have that. Do you know how many times you hear people say that? You know, man, it really irks me, man. Stop using God as your excuse. God ain't no excuse. God is a reason. He's a reason why the good happens. He's a reason. He's not an excuse. God don't have no excuses in none of his scriptures or writings. Not that I've read. He just don't make excuses. I would have done this, but, you know, there's a scripture that says the poor shall always be amongst us. Why that's got to be you? Yeah, he said the poor will always be amongst us because he know everybody ain't going to follow the principles of success. But he also said he came to give you life and give it to you more abundantly. He said that too. But, oh, no, you don't want to hear that because your life kind of tripping out a little bit. So now what you do with it? Now you twist it and you go to that one little scripture that say, well, the poor shall always be amongst us. Well, that's put in there because that's a just in case. See, that's a just in case y'all don't want to follow the scriptures. That's just in case you don't understand that faith without works is dead. That's just in case you have not because you ask not. It's just in case you don't believe and shall not doubt. He got all that in there. But in case you don't want to do that, there is a scripture that tells you what will happen if you don't do it. And here it is. The poor shall always be amongst us. But then you get that one that say, well, I guess that's the Lord's will. Lord's will, really? Really? That's amazing. I just don't believe that about him. I don't believe that God created your life to be a life of misery. I think that we make decisions along the way that cause us to have lives of misery. But I really, really just don't believe that God created you for that. I've heard Nelson Mandela speak. And, you know, you got to go, wow, all those years in prison, man. What was it about? When you hear him speak, you understand what it was about. He said he always knew he would be free one day. Now, what he said he never knew was, he said he never knew that he would be the president of that country. Oh, my goodness. What a long way around. But he could have sat there and got involved in prison activities that wasn't up to par and things like that. And they said whenever young inmates used to come in, he was telling a story one time of how young inmates used to come into the prison. They all sit around and talk to him about what they were doing and how many kids they had in their lives. And it helped them keep track of their outside a little bit. And it kept a sense of time for them. And it reminded them to talk about what they left behind. And it kept them going because something was greater on the other side. Had he allowed that to stop him, had he allowed the imprisonment, which is a pretty major deal, oh, by the way, then guess what? He would have never been the Nelson Mandela that we know today, a martyr, a leader, a great force. People want to go around him. Even people that imprisoned him could not understand his staunch strength, his faith, his unwavering commitment. They couldn't understand it. So things are going to happen in your life, but it's how you handle what happens that matter. So keep pushing, y'all. Don't let the little things get in the way, okay? And if sometimes you just don't know. I got in the cab thinking I wasn't going to make it, but at least let's go see. Let's try. I made it. Now, guess what? That gives me another piece of information that I have. And I had to see it again today. Guess what? I said today, man, sometimes when it look like you ain't going to make it, just go head on anywhere. Now, I could still be back there at the hotel talking about where my car. But I got up in here, I made it. So now, what y'all going to do with it? Let's go.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. My quarantine song today, originally recorded by one of the great groups of all time, the Commodores. I may be just a foolish dreamer, but I want out of here because I know my happiness is waiting for me. Not here. I'm searching for that silver lining. No quarantine I see. Oh, I like to take off my mask so I can breathe. Oh, I can breathe. Whoa, zoom. I like to fly away. Said I like to fly away. Zoom. Get straight out of quarantine, baby. Hello, Shirley.
Hello, Steve.
Hello,
Happy
Carla,
Friday.
darling.
Hello, darling. What's happening?
Hello, wonderful Junior.
Morning, everybody. Morning, Unc.
The incomparable nephew, Tommy.
Top. It's Friday, baby. Let's get it.
And the mouth of the South. The sip.
Good morning.
In case y'all don't know, Monica has the same voice as Sister Odell's niece.
Niece, not a niece.
Yeah. She's Sister Odell's niece. Good morning.
Morning. Well, what a week, huh? Friday.
Hey.
It's been a crazy one, to say the least.
For sure, Miss Strawberry.
Yeah.
For sure.
Just
Well, you know, look,
crazy.
here's the reality of it. Things are going to have to change. They cannot be allowed to remain this way. I just want to say to the young people out there who are protesting, you should protest. You have the right to protest. Be careful, though, when you're protesting. Make sure you do it the right way. I know they haven't been listening. I know they haven't heard us, but do not sacrifice your life, and it's not totally organized with the direction. So be careful out there in your protest. You should protest. You should march, get signs. You should gather together. But we need everybody to get involved in this protest here. We need everybody. We need blacks, Jews, gays, anybody that understands what discrimination is about. Well-meaning people who don't suffer discrimination, but who are just sick of seeing it done. That's what we need. But continue your protest, man, but y'all be careful out there, man. Do it the smart way. Don't get yourself shot, because they look for a reason now, and they don't need one.
Yeah, we see.
This is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
This is true.
this is the truth.
Be very, very careful out there, people.
Yeah.
Be very, very careful out there, because,
That's right.
man,
That's right.
just be careful.
And Steve, we're going to start the show off on a lighter note, okay? We're going to
Okay.
we're going to
What?
ask the CLO, the Chief Love Officer,
What?
coming up at 32
Right
minutes
here?
after the hour.
Let's
right
get it.
after this. Yeah.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, here we are. It's Friday. It's been a
Maybe
heavy
just a
week.
foolish dreamer.
We're going to lighten things up a bit as we bring the CLO in, the Chief Love Officer.
He right here.
Yeah. All right, here we go. This one is from Lynn in Maryland. She says, I've been married for 10 years, and I thought I had a good marriage until I got into an argument over a game of Uno with my sister-in-law. I beat her 3 times in a row, and she got mad and went off on me. She told me
That's that draw.
That's
four.
all it is, Tommy.
know it
When I
is.
hear that's
And
just-
too many reverse and skip
too
cards.
many,
Right after you said Uno.
Right.
Go ahead, Shirley.
Okay, her sister went off on her. She told me my husband does not like my natural short hair, my cooking is terrible, and my sex is boring him to death. My husband didn't say a word. Here we are a week later, and I'm still not speaking to him. He hasn't even apologized. Is it safe to assume he told his sister this stuff about me?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, he said it. You can't cook, you got short hair, and your sex is dry. He said it.
Wow.
He said it. He
over
told his
draw
that to his sister. All this, because she said uno, and you pulled out draw four. She pulled about 50 cards.
Yeah. But he could have at least apologized something. Try to make it better.
He cannot. Listen to me. He
Admit.
cannot say. I was just with my sister and we was talking. Because you can't tell a woman you was talking to her about another woman.
Yeah.
She don't care who the woman is.
Right.
You got short hair, he don't like your short hair. He don't like you cooking and he don't like you loving. That's everything.
Yeah, that's pretty much everything.
When did you get all that information?
I'd have draw 4.
I know.
Uno.
All right, this one is from
He don't like the way you look, cook in the bed or out the
or
bed.
out of the bed. Yeah. Those are 3 very important things.
Right.
That's everything.
And if your
2 out of
sister
3 ain't
know.
bad over here. All right, Corinne in Southfield, Michigan says, I'm a 42-year-old woman, and I was checking the texts on my man's phone yesterday. Yes, he allows me to check his phone whenever I want to. I came across a text message about child support for a 17-year-old daughter. I asked him about it, and he admitted that he has another child, and he didn't tell me about her because it might run me off. He has a total of 5 children that I know of. Should I even be planning a future with a man that hides children and doesn't pay all of his child support? That's a good one, Steve.
Well, wait a minute. You saw a text about child support. He could be behind. He got 5. He could be behind. He didn't tell you about the child because he didn't want to run you off. He thought the 4 was,
Max.
too heavy.
There's a limit.
Yeah.
5, now you thinking about not marrying him. You know what I'm saying? He was right. But I think you have to stop. The fact of the matter is he has been paying child support. He might be in the rears a little bit. That don't make him a horrible person. Could have just got a little sidetracked on something, but he trying to do right and take care of the child. He didn't tell you about him, but how long have y'all been dating? How long they say they've been married or dating? Did it say in the question?
No, it
check
doesn't
my
say.
man's
She
phone.
just, she's planning.
Yeah,
a future
you
with
check
this
your
guy.
man's phone, you
Yeah.
find out he got some texts in there. You found out about another baby, 17 years old. What you gonna do? He's 7, baby 17, baby ain't 7
And
months.
child support almost over with.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
ride this one out. Got about another year, unless he in the rears.
Good point.
But her point is that he was lying.
Well, he didn't lie. He didn't tell you about it.
Same thing. Same.
No, that's not.
That's
It
not the
is
same.
the same
Very
thing.
good.
It's not the
That is
same
not
thing.
the same
It
thing.
is.
It's not.
Okay.
No, it's
It
not.
is.
It is the same.
Junior, is that the same thing?
Hell no.
Tommy, is that the same thing?
That is not
You're
the same
asking
thing.
Steve, is that the same thing? Absolutely not.
Whatever it is.
Withholding information is different from lying.
That's called the sin of omission. Get
It's
outta
3
here.
against 2. We win.
Omission.
Yes.
Oh,
he-
lying
that's
is different
right.
from omitting.
Yeah.
Not-
Steve, he lied. If he told her he had 4 kids and he got 5, he
Yeah.
lied. Period.
No, okay, Shirley, ask me a question. Watch this. Just ask
Oh,
me
here
a
we
question.
go.
Is that a red shirt you have on there, Steve?
No,
What do you mean no? Clearly it's red. You just lied to me.
no, I didn't.
Yes,
this
you
shirt,
did.
this shirt is red and black.
I knew
There's
you
some
were
more
going to
stuff
say
on it.
that. I knew you were going to say that because you got writing on the side in black.
Yeah, see, you
All
can't.
right,
Wait,
next,
what you talking about? No,
next
you
question.
looking at the wrong side of it.
Oh, whatever.
Right, like in
like
there is
pants
mostly
on
black.
fire.
All
Bring
right,
that
next
back.
question, Shirley.
Hill in Missouri says, I'm a 34-year-old man engaged to a beautiful 43-year-old woman. Before we met, she was in a relationship with a man for 13 years, and her ex-boyfriend got sick last year, and she was overly concerned with his health. He's much better now, but she calls to check on him and has offered to take him food. I feel like she's doing too much, and this dude is taking advantage of it. I told her that I want her to stop talking to him, and she said that I am being too controlling and making her have second thoughts about marrying me. Am I wrong?
Well, you know, man, if she was with a man for 13 years and he got really sick, when you break up with a person, it doesn't mean you don't, she may not be in love, but she wants love the man. And she's just caring for him a little bit. Now, I know that's hard on you because you younger, she older. But, sometimes it's like that. But, she just seeing about him. The man's sick. He almost could have got out. He might have corona,
You don't never know.
Yeah.
God. All right,
you gotta
flip
you
that.
gotta get some soup over there and a mask. You gotta get them two some hand sanitizer.
Flip that if the situation were reversed.
What?
If he was the one going to his ex.
Oh, she'll have a heart attack.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I understand. I understand his doing the most, and the dude probably is taking advantage of her. But now do you trust her?
Right. Right.
See, in some of these relationships, you're gonna have to put your big boy pants on.
Yeah.
True that.
All right,
Mad
Steve.
that up.
Good advice. Very
But
good
when
advice.
it come to exes, I ain't got no big pants, so whatever.
Coming up next, it is the nephew to run that prank
I
back
got on a pair of tighty whities, and that's all I'm gonna have on.
right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, Miss Ann will be here with today's national news. And in entertainment news, T.I. calls out President Trump for using his song Whatever You Like in a campaign ad. And get ready, people. Celebrity Family Feud is back. A new season premieres this Sunday night. We're going to talk about these stories at the top of the hour. Congratulations again, Steve. But right now, nephew is here to run that prank back. What you got for us, Neff?
Gospel quiz show. I'll say it one more time. Gospel quiz show. Amen?
Amen.
Amen. All right, cat dog, if you would you please run gospel quiz show? Here it is.
This is Grant.
Hi, Grant. Grant Stevens, right?
Yes.
Hey, Grant, this is Brother Lewis Finley. I'm calling from Mount Sinai Missionary Baptist Church. You and your wife just joined a couple weeks ago, am I right?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. So now listen, I wanted to reach out to you. I know you guys have started the orientation, and from my understanding, you finished one class of the orientation. You got 3 more to go. Is that right?
Yes.
All right. So first of all, I want to say welcome to Mount Sinai, and I hope you are enjoying yourself. I know that you and your wife are a mixed couple. You're Caucasian and she's black. Are you liking the church so far, Grant?
Absolutely. We really are enjoying it. We completed our first orientation, and so far we're really enjoying it.
Okay. Did I catch you at a bad time?
I am at work right now, but it's okay. I've got a couple minutes.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to call you, man. I was worried. I know you, because I don't think you know this, but you are the first Caucasian to join our church. And I just want to make sure you kind of knew the language and just kind of knowing what the black church is all about. And there's certain sayings and different things I think you should know so that, I just don't want you to say the wrong thing while you at the church. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay, so what I wanted to do, like, I wanted to give you a little black church quiz so you can kind of, maybe if you could, it'll let me know where you are, if you're on a lower level or a high level as far as being knowledgeable about the black church. Like, fill this blank in for me, Grant, if you don't mind. I just want to take a little bit of your time, and I'll let you get back to work. But first of all, give a blank to God. What would go in that blank right there? First of all, give a blank to God.
Yeah, all I can think of off the top of my head is give thanks to God.
No, see, that's wrong. See, what it is first of all, give a honor to God. All right, remember that. First of all, give an honor to God. You got that?
Okay, yes.
Okay. First of all, give an honor to God, who is the blank of my life. What goes in the blank? First of all, give an honor to God, who is the blank of my life.
The love of my life.
No. See, that's wrong. First of all, give an honor to God, who is the head of my life.
Okay. Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
Oh, I'm definitely sure about mine. Don't. What I don't want you to do is question what I know. I'm from the black church. I know. You
Okay,
don't,
no,
you
I
don't-
wasn't.
don't ask
I
me-
wasn't questioning you, sir. I wasn't questioning. I'm sorry. I've just always heard it that way. But
Okay, so I'm trying to give you the understanding of knowing what the black church is about. You understand?
I understand. I appreciate you. I apologize, sir.
Okay. Now.
Look, I don't know these answers, obviously, but I've got a meeting I got to get to here in a minute. I'm curious, does everyone in the church get these phone calls?
Well, wait a minute, Grant. I know you have a meeting, but what's more important, your meeting or knowing your position at the black church? What's more important?
I really don't have time for this right now. I can't believe this is actually happening. Like, does your pastor even know that you're calling me right now?
Well, no, I took the liberty of myself when I realized you was Caucasian that I would call and try to help you so you would know what to do when you're in the black church when people are saying certain things. Okay, Grant, if you don't mind, just do this for me, Grant. Like, do you know what hooping is?
Hooping? Like hula hooping?
No. Hooping is when the pastor is at the end of his sermon. So listen to this. All along, good God Almighty. Do that for me if you would, Grant.
Oh, Lord. Oh, God Almighty.
No. One more. You let's just keep, come on. You with me now? Oh Lord, good God Almighty. Try it again, Grant.
I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh, Lord, oh, yeah, oh, God Almighty.
Okay. Hey, Grant, do you think maybe it's possible that me and you can have some sessions before you come back to the church and I can prepare you more?
Hey, man, look, listen, you have caught me at a really bad time, and I'm quite honestly just so frustrated. Like, I've never heard of a quiz like this. I'm really offended, to be honest with you. Like, do you guys not want me to go to your church anymore? Like, a matter of fact, dude, you should be calling my wife right now. She's black.
Well, she should already know the quiz question. You the one don't know her. Why am I call her? I should call you.
I am at work right now. I have a meeting to get to in just a minute. I don't know what you're doing, and I hold on a second. I have got to close my office door. This is so embarrassing. I have never, ever received a phone call like this in my life. And you better be lucky. I mean, I want to talk to your pastor. I am going to talk to him next Sunday. No joke.
Well, I didn't mean for you to get hostile like that. I didn't mean to get you. I didn't mean to upset you or nothing like that. Well, can I say something else to you?
One last thing, and I have to go.
Okay. I just want to let you know that this is nephew Tommy from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Your wife Carolyn got me to prank phone call you.
Shut up. Shut up. Oh my God. I am so sorry. I am so sorry, sir.
Are you good? You all right?
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. A little embarrassed, but I'm all right.
Grant, you got to do it for me one more time. Oh, Lord, good God Almighty.
Oh, Lord, oh, yeah, God Almighty.
Okay, man, look, do this for me. Tell me what is the baddest radio show in the land.
The Steve Harvey Morning Show, all the way.
All right. That's it. Gospel quiz show.
Play too
Okay.
much.
Hey.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
you better know him, though.
Amen
You
to
better
that.
know him. You
Especially
better know
mad at
him.
it.
during this
Amen,
season.
bro.
You better
Not mad
know
at
him
it.
for yourself.
That's not a
You
bad thing to
understand
know.
that? You better know him.
I just dropped whatever change I had in there.
The Lord, Tommy? The Lord?
Well, I mean,
that's pretty
just
bold right there.
accidentally, though, sure.
Oh,
That's all I got.
accidentally. Okay. No,
The Lord know that. Ain't why check
Ain't no
with the
new
Lord.
information. No.
All right, coming up at the top of the hour.
Everybody else though, I bought a cold ass graduation suit.
Entertainment and national news right after
$60,
this.
guys and gals.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
President Trump's campaign has used T.I.'s song, Whatever You Like, in an attack against Joe Biden. Take a listen.
I don't want your body, need your body. Long as you got me, you won't need your body.
Is he out out of his mind?
Is
What'd
he
he say?
crazy? Well, he's
T.I.
saying, yeah.
What did
Did
he
he
say?
see the video he did about his wife?
Go ahead. Yeah, Carly.
What is you using T.I. for?
Yeah.
Right.
It's just
So he's saying,
the
I
lyrics.
don't want Joe Biden, need Joe Biden. Long as you got me, you don't need Joe Biden.
He probably had to stop that.
I mean,
T.I.
that's
gonna
such a
stop that.
stretch, though. It's such a ridiculous stretch.
But
I mean,
but
How
wait a
did they
minute.
do
but,
that?
But when you take a person's music, you have to
Yeah.
pay.
yeah, well,
right.
T.I. is, yeah.
But you also have to. The person can say you can't use my music.
Yeah, T.I. didn't authorize it. He didn't give his consent. or
T.I. have
anything
nothing to
like
do
that.
nothing to help Trump. You listen to me.
Nothing.
Oh, no.
No, this dude right here. Y'all,
Yeah.
y'all got the wrong one.
His legal team is on it, and they're moving expeditiously. The
As
same
T.I.
name as his
would say.
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to block the song because they didn't get permission, none of that. Come on.
That's
T.I.
foul.
said,
Yeah.
You
That's
know
foul.
I ain't trying
Yeah.
to help Trump. You
No.
know that. Yeah.
No. Also, in other entertainment news, this Sunday, Steve Harvey is the season premiere of Celebrity Family Feud. You are the
Yeah.
host. You are the
Come
host.
on, man.
You are the host.
We back. Got some
Yeah.
on
So,
TV.
Steve,
Back on the
Some
scene
on TV,
again.
yeah. Some on new, fresh, uncut, never seen before episodes.
So it's the cast of Queer Eye taking on the OG Fab Five.
Hey man,
Queer
hold
Eye
up now.
cast.
Yeah, y'all got to tune in to watch me but RuPaul is the captain of the.
OGs, Fab Five.
No. That's a different one. The OGs is the dude that's been on my talk show a few times. OG stands for old gays, and then the
Carson,
OGs
what's
is
his name? Carson?
Carson Davis.
Carson Kressley.
Kressley. Yeah, Kressley.
Presley. Okay.
Like he's a really cool dude. I like
yeah,
him,
he's
man.
great.
Like, he's funny, man. I like
like
him.
the way
He's a
he
lot for
dresses.
me, but he know that, and I tell him that.
The way he dresses.
Steve,
yeah.
glad to see you. I said, what's up, bro? I'm a hugger. I said, hey, come on, dog. You know, he hugged me anyway. So, and then it was the OGs against the Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. And boy, let me tell you something.
I bet you it's funny.
This is going to be crazy.
Boy.
ain't it? This gonna
Boy.
be one.
What is RuPaul doing?
Now, RuPaul was in there with drag race against.
Oh, that's another episode.
That's another
okay, these are
episode.
two-
okay.
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 Yeah, RuPaul was different. That one right there, good Lord. This season right here, your boy in rare form. All I can tell you do is tune in. Because I was on. I went to RuPaul and said, hey, man, now look here. I don't know how to handle this, so just walk me through this. I don't want to say nothing crazy, lose my job. I said this on TV. I said, so just walk me through how I refer to everybody. Man, it was this one moment, man, because this one dude, man, is massive. He was huge.
Really? Like how big?
At least 350.
Three something?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, check it out.
boy.
Celebrity Family
With a
Feud.
sequence jumpsuit on.
This Sunday night, 8 p.m. 7 Central. It's on ABC. Time for headlines, Steve.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ann Tripp.
Thank you very much. This is Ann Tripp with the news. Okay, almost the whole country still reacting to the video of the last minutes of the life of a black man named George Floyd, dead, officials say, thanks to a now fired white Minneapolis cop named Derek Chauvin, seen on video grinding his knee into Mr. Floyd's neck for some 7 to 8 minutes as Floyd says he can't breathe. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry says he'd like to see criminal charges filed.
Every second of which he could have removed his knee from George Floyd's neck. Every one of which he could have listened to community around him clearly saying that he needed to stop. I saw no threat. I saw nothing that would signal that this kind of force was necessary. Why is the man who killed George Floyd not in jail?
And that's the mayor of Minneapolis. George Floyd's brother, Philonis, put it all low in human terms.
It was hard, but I had to watch the video. Those 4 officers, they executed my brother. The paramedics, they drug him across the ground without administering CPR. They showed no empathy, no compassion. Nobody out there showed it. Nobody.
Activists yesterday, community people scrawled the words, a murderer lives here outside Derek Chauvin's house, while the head of the Minneapolis Police Department called for an end to the protests, vandalism, and looting. Activists say Chief Madaria Arredondo seemed more concerned about property than people. The University of Minnesota, whose main campus is in Minneapolis, has announced it will no longer contract the Minneapolis Police Department to provide any additional policing duties for large events at the college, like their Division I football games. Meanwhile, protests continued last night all over the place. Demonstrators, black, white, and brown, took to the streets of not only Minneapolis, but Denver, Memphis, Phoenix, Columbus, Ohio, and New York City.
What happened with Brother Floyd in Minneapolis happens every single day to black and brown people in cities and towns across this country.
My heart hurts. My soul hurts because I be seeing my people die on video. That hurts.
And there were 70 arrests in New York City and Louisville, Kentucky. 7 protesters were shot, one critically. Louisville, the cops busted into the wrong apartment back in March and shot and killed a young black woman, an emergency medical technician named Breonna Taylor. President Trump, although he's asked the FBI and the Justice Department to look into it, he said in a tweet calling the rioters thugs who were, according to him, dishonoring the name of George Floyd, adding when the looting starts, a shooting starts. Twitter flagged that as a glorifying violence. Colin Kaepernick supporting, saying when civility leads to death, revolting is the only logical reaction. Ice Cube, who was supposed to be on Good Morning America, said he doesn't want to be on Good Morning America because he's in no mood to tell America good morning. Now back to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, time now for Tell Me Something Good. We've had such crazy news, such horrible, sad news this week. Here's some good news from the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Am I my brother's keeper? Denzel Washington got out of his car. He was in Los Angeles. He got out of his car to help a homeless man evade oncoming traffic and to help him to safety. Denzel was wearing his mask. He helped the man who was not wearing a mask to safety and stayed with him after the police arrived. Denzel also gave the man something to eat and drink, and he comforted the man. This is according to People magazine. Although the police initially detained the man for unknown reasons, he was quickly released. So good for Denzel.
Yeah. Did he know that was Denzel? Because he had a mask on. Did he know?
Denzel had a mask on. He had a cap on.
I heard he didn't.
He was dressed down.
He did not know.
Yeah.
That's smooth.
He didn't know it was Denzel.
Yeah.
He went over there and got in the car.
He'd have ran back out. He'd have ran back out in that traffic.
Man, this is Denzel. Yeah, where we going, dog?
Just a random act of kindness.
Would have got
I
in
love
the
it.
car.
No,
with
man,
Denzel.
but Den is a good brother, man. Him and his wife, man, are really some really special people, man. They're really cool people, man. They really are.
And Carla,
I'm not
that's never
surprised,
happened
man.
to
That's
us,
that dude.
Denzel.
He's a good dude, man.
Yeah.
Seems like it.
What'd you
I
say,
said,
Shirley?
Carla, that has never happened to us, and Denzel got out of the car and helped us do anything.
And I'm glad. Because we would have never heard the end of this.
Hell
How you
no.
got all of it.
We would have ran
Embarrassed.
into traffic.
Help, Denzel!
Got
You
hit
all,
by her car.
hold,
Denzel.
wait a minute.
What?
Tommy, these two
He was
embarrassed
there.
I
You don't
was
have to
there.
keep telling
I
that
was
story.
to no damn end at my
did
foundation gala Denzel
Oh,
came
come on,
to.
To it.
These two,
Whatever. You have to keep
I
telling this story.
went, there is
How
an
bad was
age limit to this
Whatever.
much damn groupieism.
Well, there's not.
If
when it
y'all don't
comes to
sit
him.
y'all's groupie ass down somewhere. Steve, here he comes. Introduce him.
Oh my God.
I said, y'all just
So
let the man.
embarrassed.
Oh my God. It's Denzel.
Steve, it was Denzel, okay?
Yes.
Say
He was
whatever
leaning
you
up
want.
against that pole. I was like, hey, Denzel!
There's a lot of people lean up against poles.
us,
It's a
Steve.
lot of people
Everybody.
lean up against poles.
Not Denzel, though.
This was Denzel. I think that's what they're not getting, Carla. This was Denzel. So,
Y'all
yeah.
through? Y'all through?
No, we got one more Denzel!
I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'm gonna tell you how good an actor he is, though.
What?
I watched Eli 4 times before I found out he was
Oh,
blind.
the book of Eli.
Or?
That was
Dog.
so funny when you first told
Dog,
me.
I
said
promise you,
that.
dog. I watched a movie 4 times and they finally told me he was blind. I went, what?
Shooting birds out the sky? What?
Coming up at 34 minutes after the hour, Colin Kaepernick said it is time for a revolution, and he supports the violent protests. We'll talk about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
We have all been watching the protests, which included parts of Minneapolis burning as people are outraged about the police brutality, the killing of George Floyd in Minneapolis. And now the National Guard has been requested to come to Minneapolis to combat the looting and the rioting amidst the protests. Colin Kaepernick recently spoke out about the protests. He posted that they just don't get it because all the national discussions have not stopped the horrendous killings of black men. So it's time to ramp up the protests and not worry about keeping the peace.
Well, that's a great statement, Colin. If you're going to be out there with them, disrupting the peace and putting your life on the line, and you run the risk of getting shot, murdered, and going to jail. That's fine if that's what you're going to do. But let's not, those of us who are not going to put it on the line like that. Protest is wonderful. I'm in total agreement of protest. But we cannot send our folks out there without a game plan to just go out there and start doing acts of violence, because now that violence allows them then to use their form of violence, which they don't need a real good reason for anyway. And I'm not a proponent of sending our young people out there in them streets if you're not going to get out there in them streets with them. So no, I believe in protest. I think there's a way to protest. I don't want to promote violence because I don't want their hate to get turned back on them, which is all they're going to do. They're going to bring in National Guard and just start killing folks.
And then the distraction will be on that and not on the real issue, which
like
is the
they
murdering,
did. But see,
well, just like yesterday with no charges brought against
the officer who killed him. Yeah.
See, and I understand the anger, and they have every right to be angry. And I understand that when you take the oppressed and you keep pushing them and you're not listening to them, I know what it turns into. I was in the riots in Cleveland as a young boy. I was in them riots. I went up there when my parents told me not to go up there. I watched all my neighborhood burn in Cleveland. Saw it.
And that was back when, in the 70s or
68.
Okay.
When they killed.
And we're still going through this. That's why people are so mad right now.
But now, for a man like Colin Kaepernick, you have to be careful, brother. And I love Colin Kaepernick. I love the kneeling. I understood what he was doing, but they flipped the script on him.
They did.
But now this right here, man, we cannot send these young people out in these streets like this without an organized plan. Now we want, but you force them out there when you don't listen to them. So they done voted.
They want to be heard. That's right.
They done went out there and asked you to pay attention. Now they setting stuff on fire. That's what happens when you take oppressed people and you keep pressing them and don't expect pressure bust a pipe.
And then with the charges, with no charges yesterday.
Yeah.
We look at this video and we're saying in this moment, what else does the DA need to see? Why aren't there any charges?
This
right
long
now?
Investigation they got. They say they got.
The mayor fired the 4 officers right away.
Immediately, he did.
But the judicial system. Here we go. Now watch this here. We're going to investigate it. Now watch this here. Then we're going to convene a grand jury. When a black person kill a white person, we don't do grand juries.
Yeah.
Your ass going to jail.
They get arrested immediately.
We saw him with his knee on this man's neck, as Benjamin Crump said, for 9 straight minutes. To the point where this white man's so comfortable, he put his hands in his pocket.
Come on, man.
In his pocket.
And the man was screaming, I can't breathe, I can't breathe.
You totally have the situation under control. You have no fear of your life. You're not in any danger. Your hands are in your pocket. And this man is pleading for his life, and you ignored him. That's murder.
That's murder.
Yeah,
that's murder.
That's exactly how it goes.
It was very hard to watch them with that press conference yesterday. Those leaders of those particular counties and areas, they were all white. No minority representation up there in that moment.
Yeah.
See, now they calling in the National Guard.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's serious rifles.
All right. Coming up next, we're going to switch gears here. Nephew Tommy in the building with today's prank phone call. That's coming up right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Coming up at the top of the hour, about 4 minutes after, it's my strawberry letter for today. Subject, my boyfriend and I sleep in his ex's driveway. What?
God, dog.
Yes.
Man.
God.
Right here.
My boyfriend and I sleep in his ex's driveway. We'll get into it, but first, it is the nephew's turn to give us a prank. What you got for us today, Neff?
Apartment 316.
See, they always start off so nicely.
Sound real nice, don't it?
Yeah,
Apartment
sweet.
316.
Oh, you
What
scare
about
me.
it?
You scare me. Yeah.
Call it just Apartment 316.
What is all that? What is all that?
316.
What is all that?
Let's go, cat dog. Apartment 316.
Hello? Hello, I'm trying to reach Dale.
Yeah, this is Dale.
Hey, Dale, how you doing, man? My name is Bond, dude. You live in, I'm trying to make sure I got the right dude, man. You live in Court, right? Apartments?
Yeah, I live in What's going on?
Okay, you live in apartment 316, right?
Yeah, is it something I need to be worried about? What's going on with my apartment?
Oh, no. Everything cool with your apartment, man. I got your number from lady at the leasing office.
Regarding?
So what now?
What's it in regards to?
Well, actually, what's going to happen is I'm going to move to Court. And what I wanted to do, see, man, every apartment I've always had, I've always lived in apartment 316. And I know you in 316. So they, the girl at the office gave me, because I don't want to move nowhere else where I can't be in room 316. I got to be, it's just real superstitious, I know, but I got to have apartment.
Hey, hold on. You say your name Vaughn?
Yeah, I'm Vaughn.
Right, Vaughn. And who gave you my number again?
One of the ladies at the leasing office when I was over there.
Who was it?
I can't really remember her name, man.
Well, listen, cut this and I'm going to tell you like this, man. Don't call me for nothing like that, man. Now I ain't moving out of my apartment, man. I've been staying there for 4 years. When I move out to the apartment, I move in a house. You understand? All this you got going with your whatever it is, your 316, your 132, that's on you, man.
No, it ain't 132. I got to stay in 316, man. See, that's what I'm trying to say. I done signed the lease, so I'm stuck with it. I got to get that apartment. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Would you like to, which other apartment would you like to move to? And I go on and get them to move your stuff. You see what I'm saying?
I ain't moving nothing. Ain't nothing moving. Only thing ain't going to move is them numbers. You can add them up, divide them, do whatever you want to them, but I ain't moving. So you're going to have to get that to your head, man. And really, I'm because I don't know who the gave you my number with like this. I'm at work and calling me with because I don't even know no Vaughn.
No, you don't know me, dog. I asked them who was in 316. They told me
that ain't none of your business who in 316, man.
Hey, listen, man, I'm trying to do this as respectful as possible. Like I said, I really can't function unless I'm living in a
disrespect me then. Do it disrespectful then, because I'm going to show do this. You call me with like this, I don't give a favorite. No, I don't care if that was your favorite scripture.
Okay, hey, dog.
Call me with like that, man.
See, now you're going to make this hard. Okay, so let me tell you this to you. I done already told the lady I want to be in 316. She told me I needed to deal with Dale. Now, I'm trying to deal with you in a polite way, okay? Because like I say, I can't function, man, unless I'm in apartment 316. I can't even get them to go to work. I cannot function, okay? I have to have that apartment number, dude.
All right. So, it sounds like you got a problem on your hands, man. Whatever your problem is, that's your problem. Ain't got to do with me. Don't call me no like that. Like I say, I've been staying in 316. I'm going to stay in 316 till I move to a house. You need to find something else to do. And really, I'm off at the that gave you my number to call me with is. I can't believe that.
Hey, first of all, let me say this to you. I don't like the way you talking to me. First, and I told you I got a problem.
I don't like the way you come at me with that come at me with a number. What the I look like you, man? 316. One
excuse me, dog? What you say?
You calling me with this I tell you what, man. Come at me or come at my apartment with that you gonna see it, man. You understand what I'm saying?
Hey, man, I'm trying to handle this respectably, man, okay? All right? That's what I'm
Respectfully.
trying to do. Dale, listen to me. I'm trying to tell you honestly, dog, I cannot function outside of them three numbers. I have to live in apartment 316.
That ain't my business, man.
No, I don't have to come move your but I do it.
Hold on. Run that back. What you say?
I said, I don't want to have to move your...
I thought said that down. Got me what you gonna come move my... Hey, matter of fact, come on. Come move 316. 316, I got a 3 for your... Come on, man. Come move my man. Come on, 210 solid. Come on, move your... All kind of going on in the world, but no, I got 365 days. Deal with this. I'm at work. You want... I'm on my 9 to 5, and you come at me about some 316. I'm gonna whoop somebody. That's all I got to say, man. It's gonna be you. Before I deal with you, though, I'm gonna get the least notice for even giving you my number all day.
Hey, man, I'm just trying to tell you, I have to stay under them numbers, man. I have to. I'm superstitious like that. I know everybody ain't like that, but I just happen to be like that. You understand?
Everybody ain't like that, man. I ain't got time to be dealing with everybody ain't got time to even sit up and listen like this. Man, you left up a Christian, man. Other than that, I've been out this job looking for what apartment number did they give you?
They gave me like 329 or something like that. I can't stay there, man.
That's where I'm gonna meet you at, man. Meet me at 329, 6 o'clock tonight. How about them numbers?
Okay. So how about these numbers right here? 877-29 Steve.
What that mean?
877-29 Steve.
877-29C.
You ain't never heard that number before?
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
That's the number to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. Because this is nephew Tommy, and you just got pranked by your coworker Linda.
I be make that it sounds crazy as hell. I was believing it for a second. Had me rolling. Got me about to take off and go to the lease now. I'll be calling right now. Who you say got me now?
Yo, ain't you got a coworker named Linda?
Linda? Ain't this about Linda covering for Linda right now? I wonder why the hell she taking so long. She on some man. God, y'all had me going though, man.
Hey, Dale, I got one more thing to ask you, man.
Go ahead.
Dale, you at work for real, ain't you?
Yeah.
Hey, man, what's the baddest radio show in the land, man?
The Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, man, get back to work, man. Your phone off the hook over there.
All right.
That dude right there. I don't care if 316. I don't care if it's your favorite scripture. When he said that, I said, he mad now. I don't care if it's your favorite scripture.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you ready.
Boy, he was cussing so hard.
Yeah, man. The real one.
Wait, hold up, man. I'm going to come down there and move your stuff out. Hold up, dog. Run that back.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, man.
You finna come to my apartment and move my stuff out.
Leave these people alone.
Run
Tommy.
that back.
Tommy, you play too much.
Dog,
He
really
said, what apartment
mad.
you moving to? I'm going to meet you down at 329.
Hey, man, what apartment?
329.
What apartment they give
6
you?
o'clock tonight. Let me see you move this 210, because that's what I'm
man, I
bringing.
can't remember. 329. Cool, that's where I'm going to meet you at.
Tonight,
really
Junior.
good.
Tonight.
Would you say your name is Vaughn?
Set it up.
Okay.
Oh, he set them up.
Go to thomasmiles.com, look for the prank button, click on it, click on that prank button, and then leave me all your information. I call you, we talk, we put a plan together, and then I call them and I work my jelly. That's how it works. That's prank phone call from who they say is the king. I don't call myself the king. I let them call me the king.
Where you think we got it from?
I don't call myself the king.
I let them call
I'm
me
the best that ever done it, though.
Man.
I don't ask you to call me the king, but if you don't, though, it's going to be a damn problem.
Man.
Boy, that's what I said. This dude,
He said, man, you come over here. We're going to be working with a lot of numbers.
Right. There it is, Junior.
Thank you, King of Pranks. Coming up
Thank
next,
you.
Strawberry Letters. Subject, my boyfriend and I sleep in his ex's driveway. We'll get into it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
Time now for today's Strawberry Letter. And listen, if you need advice on dating, work, sex, relationships, parenting, and more, please submit your Strawberry Letter to steveharveyfm.com and click Submit Strawberry Letter. We could be reading your letter just like we're going to read this one live on the air right here, right now. Okay?
Buckle up. Hold on tight. We got it for you. Here it is, the Strawberry Letter.
A crazy one. Subject, thank you, nephew. My boyfriend and I sleep in his ex's driveway.
Girl, okay.
What? This is so stupid. All right, here we go, Steve. Dear Steve and Shirley, I am a 29-year-old female in a confusing dating situation. We've been dating for almost 2 years, but I waited for 4 months before we had sex to make sure his last relationship was totally over. He has 3 kids by 3 different women, but the youngest child's mother has been a problem in our relationship. My boyfriend lived with her when we met, but now he lives inside his RV that's parked in her driveway. I stay over there with him in the RV sometimes, but he mostly stays at my place because I told him it's weird to make love to him on her property. The other day, his child's mother FaceTimed me from my boyfriend's phone so I could see that my boyfriend was asleep in her bed. I begged her to wake my boyfriend up, but she refused. I called my boyfriend's phone repeatedly, but she had turned the phone off. A few hours later, my boyfriend called to say he fell asleep watching a movie with his son, and his son wanted to watch the movie on his mommy's TV, so that's why he was in her bed. He swore nothing happened, but it looked like he was passed out drunk when she FaceTimed me. He surprised me and said he would take me on a trip when it's safe to travel so he can show me that I'm number one and he is only concerned with making me happy. I was really excited, so I got a bottle of wine and decided to pop up and celebrate with him. When I pulled up, his child's mother came out and said that they were inside her house having dinner and I should come back later. I'm at the end of my rope with this woman. Is he really doing all of this because of his son, or is he in there playing house with his ex and playing me for a fool? What is really going on here? Please help. All right, everything that you just mentioned, playing you for a fool, playing house with his ex, all of that over there because it's his son. He's doing all of that, okay? Everything you mentioned, he's doing at one time or another, all right? You've been with this guy for 2 years, 2 years. Okay, and you wanted to wait until his last relationship was over? It's not over, and it's never going to be over, okay? He's over her house a whole lot. And how can he help it? He lives in her driveway. Okay? I like the fact that he spends time with his son. That is the only thing I like about this guy. Baby mama likes it all too, okay? She likes him. She likes everything he's doing for her son. She likes everything. You said she's a problem for you now. Well, guess what? She's going to be a problem for you forever. Forever will she be a problem because you're in a relationship with them. They're in the relationship and you're in it with them, okay? Everybody's involved. The 3 children, the 3 baby mamas. There's too many people. You, him, her, all of these people. I sound like Tommy when I say that. All these people in this relationship. And he's living on her property in an RV. He might need an IV. He's got way too much going on. It's just too much. It's too much. All right? He's still living with her. You said he was living with her when you met. He's still living with her. So guess what you need to do? You need to get out of this today, right now. Forget about buying a bottle of wine because you're so happy because he wanted to take you on a trip. Don't go anywhere with this man. Please, this is too much mess. Get out now. There are plenty of single men out here that are not living in their ex's driveways in an RV. All right? Get it through your head that you can do better than this. Steve?
Who wrote this damn letter? 29.
Yeah, she didn't leave a name.
You're 29. You've been dating a man for almost 2 years. You waited for 4 years before you had sex with him, and this what you had sex
4
with?
months. Yeah, 4 months.
You waited 4 months before you had sex. This what you waited for?
Right.
So you could get in that RV in that lady driveway?
Say it
Who
again.
the hell lives in an RV
I don't know.
parked in his ex's driveway?
I have no idea.
Who do that? Well, guess I go on up in this driveway and go home. Come on in, girl. Let me ask you something. When you go knock on the RV door, is your back against the other house? You ever tow your dress on the fence?
Good question, Steve.
I'm just asking. Do they have them aluminum steps where when you get in, they shift a little bit?
In the RV?
Yeah. Can you flush the toilet, cut on the stove, and drive from the same chair?
Tiny House Nation?
You 29.
Oh, God.
Dating a man for 2 years that lives in an RV, which stands for recreational vehicle, in the driveway of his ex. Why ain't that RV somewhere else? Trailer park.
Yeah.
Walmart parking lot.
Okay.
Yeah, wide open.
Down there at the lake.
Down there at the lake.
Truck stop.
Okay.
Why they pull up in your driveway? It moved. Why is he in her damn driveway? I'll be back.
Hang on, Steve. Yeah, we'll have part 2 of your response coming up at 23 minutes after the hour. Today's Strawberry Letter subject, my boyfriend and I sleep in his ex's driveway. We'll be back right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, Steve, come on. Let's recap today's crazy Strawberry Letter subject, my boyfriend and I sleep in his ex's driveway. What?
29-year-old girl. Been dating this man for 2 years. Waited 4 months before she slept with him. 120 days. And what did you win? What? The man that has an RV that's parked in his ex's driveway that they happen to have a baby by, but he got 3 babies by 3 different women. There's a lot of places this RV could be. I have suggested Walmart parking lots, down at the lake.
I like down at the lake.
Trailer parks.
RV parking.
Truck stops. RV park. How about your damn driveway? Why don't he pull it round there? It got wheels on it. Now, you stay over there in the RV with him sometimes, but it mostly stay at my place because I told him it's weird to make love to him on her property. You in the driveway.
That's what you're worried about, though?
That's where it's weird to make love at, in the driveway between 2 houses. You ain't even in the garage. You in the driveway. That ain't even a real stove in there.
Quit about what's inside the RV.
He's mad about it. Look at him. He's mad about it. Arms folded.
That's a pop-out sofa.
A pop-out sofa.
Yeah. You ain't making love in the bed. That's a day bed. That's a Murphy bed that pop out the wall.
Yeah.
Then, the other day, his child's mother FaceTimed me from my boyfriend's phone so I could see that my boyfriend was asleep in her bed. I begged her to wake my boyfriend up. Excuse me?
Yeah.
Please wake him up.
Please.
Wake him up. You think she called you to wake him up?
No.
She FaceTimed you so you could see him sleep. She refused. I called my boyfriend repeatedly, but she turned the phone off. Then a few hours later, my boyfriend called to say he fell asleep watching a movie with his son, and his son wanted to watch the movie on mommy's TV, so that's why he was in her bed. They just got a TV in the bedroom.
Sounds like it, right?
That's probably the same room they made the son in.
Good point.
You don't
Yeah,
think it's
I
a
love it.
memory in there? He swore nothing happened, Looked like he was passed out drunk. Why he looked drunk sleep? You FaceTimed him. He surprised me. Then it looked at not just what he did. Then he surprised me and said he wants to take me on a trip when it's safe to travel so he can show me I'm number one. And it's only concerned with making me happy. I was really excited. It don't take a lot to get you excited, do it?
No, she's settled.
You was excited to move into the RV in the driveway. You was excited with making love in the RV instead of at your house. You was excited to meet this man with all these damn kids. You just excited. So I got a bottle of wine. I decided to pop up and celebrate with him. You don't pop up at nobody's driveway. You squeeze in the driveway. Because the RV is wide for a driveway. The RV is a little bit wider because it's got a living area in it. So you didn't pop up. You squoze up in the driveway. And when I pulled up, his child's mother came out and said they were inside her house having dinner, and I should come back later. What?
Yeah. She handles you, doesn't she?
Yes, she checkmate. Yes, she
Then guess what she said? I'm at the end of the rope with this woman.
Yeah,
Your man is in there eating at a real table. He done got tired of eating at the dinette.
He in her bed.
See, you don't pull up a chair in a mobile home. It's a booth, a mini booth.
Ain't no
you sit there, it's like eating at Waffle House.
Yes, it is.
He done got tired of that, eating at this damn Waffle House with no waffles. I'm going inside with a woman I used to sleep with and make babies with. Because it's warm in there.
Yeah.
This is ignorant.
Is he really doing all this because of his son, or is he there playing house with his ex? Every time you go over there, he in the house. Now he in there eating dinner. The other day he was sleeping in the bed. What you think? Even he done got tired of the damn RV. Your ass keep popping up at the RV, and he done got tired of the RV.
Yeah, want more for yourself.
Is he playing me for a fool? No, he ain't got to. You a fool. What's really going on here? Please help. What's really going on is you keep ignoring what's really going on.
Yeah.
You pop up over there, he in the bed sleep. You pop up over there, she meet you outside, say he in there having dinner.
He lives there.
You beg her to wake him up. She said, hell no. He lives in her driveway. Who do that? Who stay at their ex's driveway?
Oh, who puts up with that?
She said she had to
Why won't he move the RV somewhere else? Let me ask you this.
All right, look, we gotta go.
Why don't he push the RV out on the street?
Okay. Post your comments on today's Strawberry Letter at Steve Harvey FM on Instagram and Facebook. And then don't forget to check out the Strawberry Letter podcast on demand. Now, coming up at 46 minutes after the hour, some serious news. The manhunt for the UConn murderer is over. We'll tell you about it right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
The 6-day manhunt is over for the University of Connecticut white male student Peter Manfredonia. That's over. Manfredonia is accused of killing 2 people and injuring a 3rd victim. The police said there were no injuries to any law enforcement personnel or to the subject Manfredonia, and he was arrested. The authorities did say they found a firearm which they believed to be the murder weapon.
Believed?
Yeah.
What has you been chasing his ass for 6 days for?
Right.
If you believed it. Let me ask you a question. If you're running from the police for 6 days, ain't that resisting arrest?
I would think so, Steve. I would think so, yes.
Ain't that what that is?
Yes.
So let me ask you a question.
Fugitive from the law.
If you're chasing a person that you chasing them because they didn't kill 2 people.
Yes.
Wouldn't that make you fear for your life?
As a police officer?
Yeah. When he evaded arrest, resisted arrest, and he killed 2 people, which means you probably would have considered him armed and dangerous.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So he was armed and dangerous.
Check.
He had killed 2 people, so you would fear for your life.
Okay.
He was resisting arrest.
Definitely.
So when you found him,
Okay.
how long was your knee on his neck?
There you
Steve, you're missing
I'm just asking, because I know good and well, if you done killed 2 people, been running from police, been chasing your ass all across the country for 6 damn days, and you got a weapon and presumed you must be armed and dangerous, you got to tell me that they got to at least throw your ass on the ground. Did he get tased?
He's right, Steve.
Wait a minute, hold on. Did he get tased?
No.
Is his mouth busted?
Don't think so.
Did they throw him on the car?
Nope.
Anybody whoop his ass with a billy stick?
Nope.
Did let me ask you another question.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody shot at him.
No. Yeah.
When they put him in the car, did they bend his head down with their hands so he didn't hit his head on the edge?
I'm pretty sure they did.
I don't know. I saw a picture circulating on social media. It looked like they gave him some water.
Yes, they did.
Did you see
Well,
that, Tommy?
come on now, but
They
now
gave him
listen
a
to
bottle
me.
of
Hold up,
water.
y'all. You've been running for 6 days. Your ass got to be thirsty.
He was handcuffed and they poured water in his mouth.
By any chance, was he white?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
All right. We'll be back with more on this subject right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, so yesterday, President Trump signed an executive order cracking down on the censorship of social media sites. This move, we talked about this, is in retaliation against Twitter's decision to put fact-checking labels on President Trump's tweets. The president also said he would get rid of his Twitter account, but his social media presence allows him to counter news stories that he disagrees with. So what you gonna do, Mr. President?
Why
See,
Twitter don't just get rid of him? Why don't they just take his account?
He's mad because he made a statement. And what Twitter did was they fact-checked the statement. So now he has this executive order that's going to slam social media sites for silencing the voice of conservatives. But if you come down on social media sites, Mr. President, you're silencing the voice of what you consider liberals or Democrats. So you want to be able to freely what you want to be. You want to be able to freely say what you want to say as a conservative. But can't nobody freely say what they want to say that's counter to what you're saying. See, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. And for them to let him do this because he's president, this is utterly ridiculous. This is the most self-serving man that has ever been the occupant of the White House.
True.
This is the most self-serving guy. He doesn't care what you want. You know what? Where's the president's statement on this George Floyd incident?
What did he say?
That he
They're
gave it to the
investigating
the FBI's looking into it. I didn't like what I saw.
he said it was wrong on every level, something like that. Yes.
Okay, but what is he doing?
Nothing. He just makes
No,
those
man,
statements
do
and keep it
something.
moving.
Do something, man. I'm tired of this. You got Barr investigating the Russia probe. You got Barr investigating, trying to come after President Obama every chance you got. You use Barr like a puppet. Have Barr, he's the head of the Justice Department, have him look into the Floyd case.
Have them bring charges.
Yeah, they
That's
are
what you can
looking
do.
into it. They're watching closely the investigation. They're
Listen
watching
to
it
me.
very closely.
What investigation?
tweet something
we
on
saw
this.
the tape. We saw the tape. There's
I
no
know.
investigation.
What else do you
Here's
need,
the
Steve?
tape.
Yes.
Here's
What do
the
you need?
tape. Man, what else do you need?
I don't understand that for the life of me. Why such a big investigation when it's right there, 9 minutes of it, this officer with his knee on George Floyd's neck? I don't know what else you could possibly need. What? He didn't have a gun? What?
Yeah.
I'm just done with this. I'm done with all of it. And yes, I think the president should do something. You know, look, he shifts the blame for everything. So why not? You're the president. You pardoning all these criminals. Why don't you
He ain't
convict
been doing
one?
nothing, dog. He ain't been doing nothing. Why you think he been doing something now?
He's supposed to calm the nation.
Yeah, as
they're,
our leader.
They're
As our leader.
protesting in more cities than just Minneapolis. They're protesting in Denver, LA, Memphis, all over the country.
All over the country.
You're the
Carla,
leader.
he ain't calmed the nation in 4 years. Y'all think he finna get to start the calming something?
No, Tommy.
You're
I
right,
really
Tommy.
don't believe he's gonna do anything at all.
No.
But I want to at least front him about it.
Okay,
Because,
I
see,
get
man,
that part.
when you front him about stuff, he counters.
You up here worried about Twitter.
Let me tell you something. If you told him he could get black votes by doing this, I bet he'd do something.
Have him have Barr bring the charges.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why can't? Yeah. That's what we need.
Yeah.
For the officer to be arrested. That's what we need and charged.
This is
Well-
unbelievable.
Ugh.
It's unbelievable that they still want more evidence with this investigation. I don't know what else they're looking
yeah.
for. And then did you hear the FBI guy yesterday saying, if you have any tip, no tip is too small, to please let us know. Tip? You got the whole
We got
video.
everything.
Who hasn't seen this tape? Who hasn't seen it over and over again?
Right.
Yeah.
What you looking for? A different angle?
Right.
All right, we'll have more of the Steve Harvey Morning Show and some trending news right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys, listen. Carla has some great news. All right, come on, Carla, what you got?
All right, Disney World. Did y'all hear about this? They're planning on reopening beginning July 11th for Magic and Animal Kingdom and July 15th for Epcot and Hollywood.
So what that mean, Carla? Mickey Mouse gonna have a mask on? What this mean?
Probably.
He
Mickey
better.
Mouse inside that head, he cool.
Right. You can hug me all you want, right?
Man, he got the gloves on, big ass head.
Mickey, Minnie, everybody's
But
safe.
I love Minnie, though. Oh, I love Minnie.
Yeah, she's so stylish,
Love
right,
Minnie.
Shirley? Yeah.
Hey, they gonna have to social distance them people that's inside a small world. They gonna have to start social distance all them countries. They too close.
On that boat, you be in that boat.
That's
Well,
scary,
they're
though,
saying that employees and guests
Oh,
will
that's
have to,
what I was gonna say.
they're required to wear face coverings, undergo temperature checks, and before entering the parks. So.
Yeah, and they won't
Can you
have the
ride
parades.
soaring?
They
Can
won't
you
have the
ride soaring? That's what I
Parades and
wanted.
things like they used to.
Man.
But it's good news for the employees,
can.
though. They get to go back
It's-
to work.
Is it gonna be every other seat? Every other seat? Is it like that too?
Will you go and tell us?
I ain't going on that. I'm not.
I'm not
girl.
taking my baby nowhere. My grandkids
No.
ain't going down there to see a damn thing.
They can turn on the Disney
no.
Channel.
You gonna wait and we gonna see how this first slew of people work out. We not going down there and test it on the day it open.
We're going to go to break right here before this gets really crazy. More of the Steve Harvey Morning Show coming up at 33 minutes after
Mickey
the
Mouse
hour.
needs some hand sanitizer.
Right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
President Trump's campaign has used T.I.'s song, Whatever You Like, in an attack against Joe Biden. Take a listen.
I don't want your body, need your body. Long as you got me, you won't need your body.
Is he out of his mind?
Is
What'd
he
he say?
crazy? What he's
T.I.
saying, yeah.
What did
Did
he
he
say?
see the video he did about his wife?
Go ahead. Yeah. Carly.
What is you using T.I. for?
Yeah.
Right.
It's just
So he's saying,
the
I
lyrics.
don't want Joe Biden, need Joe Biden. Long as you got me, you don't need Joe Biden.
He probably had to stop that.
I mean,
T.I.
that's
gonna
such a
stop that.
stretch, though. It's such a ridiculous stretch.
But
I mean,
but
How
wait a
did they
minute.
do
but,
that?
But when you take a person's music, you have to
Yeah.
pay.
yeah, well,
right.
T.I. is, yeah.
But you also have to. The person can say you can't use my music.
Yeah, T.I. didn't authorize it. He didn't give his consent. or
T.I. have
anything
nothing to
like
do
that.
nothing to help Trump. You listen to me.
Nothing.
Oh, no.
No, this dude right here. Y'all,
Yeah.
y'all got the wrong one.
His legal team is on it, and they're moving expeditiously. The
As
same
T.I.
name as his
would say.
podcast. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to block the song because they didn't get permission, none of that. Come on.
That's
T.I.
foul.
Yeah.
You
That's
know
fine.
I ain't trying
Yeah.
to help Trump. You
No.
know that. Yeah.
No. Also, in other entertainment news, this Sunday, Steve Harvey is the season premiere of Celebrity Family Feud. You are the
Yeah,
host. You are the
Go ahead,
host.
man.
You
Go
are
ahead.
the host.
We back. Got some
Yeah.
on
So,
TV.
Steve, yeah.
Back on the
Some
scene
on TV,
again.
yeah. Some on new, fresh, uncut, never seen before episodes.
So it's the cast of Queer Eye taking on the OG Fab Five.
Hey man,
Queer
hold
Eye
up
cast.
now. Yeah, y'all got to tune in and watch me because But you know, RuPaul is the captain of the
OGs, Fab Five.
No. That's a different one. The OGs is the dude that's been on my talk show a few times. OG stands for old gays, and then the
Carson,
OGs
what's
is
his name? Carson Davis?
Carson Kressley.
Kressley. Yeah,
Kressley.
Okay.
Like he's a really cool dude. I like him,
he's
man.
great.
Like, he's funny, man. I like
the
him.
way
He's a
he
lot for
dresses.
me, but he know that, and I tell him that.
The way he dresses.
Steve, glad to see you. I said, "What's up, bro?" I'm a hugger. I said, "Hey, come on, dog. You know, he hugged me anyway." So, and then it was the OGs against the Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, and boy, let me tell you something.
I bet you it's funny.
This is gonna be crazy.
Boy.
ain't it? This gonna
Boy.
be one.
What is RuPaul doing?
Now, RuPaul was in there with Drag Race against.
Oh, that's another episode.
That's another
okay, these are
episode.
two- Okay.
Yeah, RuPaul was different. That one right there, good Lord. This season right here, your boy in rare form. All I can tell you do is tune in.
Coming up, it's our last break of the day.
It's the last break of the day.
And we'll have some closing remarks from the one and only Steve Harvey at 49 minutes after, right after this.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.
All right, guys. Wow. Last day of the week. It's been a trying week. We got through it, thank God.
It's a lot this week.
But it was
This week
hard.
a
Yeah,
lot.
this was a tough one. This really was.
horrific.
Yeah.
You know what it
Way
is?
too
Let
much,
me
man.
say this. In closing, just let me say this. Here's what we're trying to say to America, and this is what we've been trying to say to America. Now, it's not working, but this is what we've been attempting to say. That the way we are treated is unjust. It's unfair. It's unethical. Our patience is done. We have no more patience. These people are protesting across the nation. They're angry at what they've seen, of what they repeatedly have to see over and over and over again. And it keeps reoccurring to the same type of people, black men, over and over and over. And it happens to black women over and over and over. We can't do anything. We can't go to the store. We can't play our music. We can't talk on our phones. We can't walk in our grandmama's backyard. We can't go to the store to get Skittles and iced tea. We can't do anything, man. We can't sell cigarettes. We can't get pulled over for a traffic violation. You know, none of these things that I'm announcing to you are felonies. But we get sentenced to death for the simplest of things. And it keeps happening. And I just got to tell you, I'm not going to get off of this. We need everybody who is sick and tired of seeing this happen to black people over and over and over and over to stand with us. See, if you don't stand with us, man, this thing ain't going to happen. We need peer pressure to stop this. These are white people in the police department who repeatedly perpetrate these crimes, or these vigilantes who take matters into their own hands, as they did the case with the young Aubrey guy, as the same thing that George Zimmerman did. Who gives them the right to do this? Well, if there's no pressure, no consequences, if there are nothing that costs you when you make these types of judgments, then they're going to keep on doing them. And then the police department. Let me say this, because the majority of police officers are good officers, but we got enough bad ones out here to give them all a bad rap. You know how that works? I got news for you. It's been happening to us. The majority of black people are beautiful, wonderful, law-abiding people, but we got a couple of bad ones in it, and guess what? We pay for that. But we keep paying for slavery. We're not slaves anymore. We're not your property. You don't own us. We are perfectly fine people, whether you want to acknowledge that or not. We just done got tired. We done got sick and tired. And what we want is we want those of you who are tired with us to join with us to stop this hate against a group. This is unethical what they do to us. And you know it. If you are a Southern Christian, white evangelical, and you preach the gospel of Jesus Christ, and you believe in that Bible, where you at? When we out here marching, where you at? Where the Christian community at? The white Christian community, because all I see is black ministers out there. Where are the white evangelicals who love the Lord? Where you at? Because this is against the human race. Well, you're supposed to be able to go to church for comfort, but y'all got different church? Are black people allowed at your church? Or are you just the white evangelicals? See, I'm calling you out. The Jewish Defense League should help us with this because this is a hate crime. The gay community should help us with this because this is a hate crime. The Arab community should help us with this because this is a hate crime. Do you understand that if we allow hate to exist and we don't fight it at all levels, it's going to spread back over to you sooner or later? Jewish people going to always have to deal with this. Gay people are always going to have to deal with this. Black people going to always have to deal with this if we don't start helping one another when it comes to this. We need well-meaning white people to get involved with the problem that keep happening to black people. And you know it ain't right. Because I tell you what, if it was happening to you, I bet you wouldn't be handling it this way. I bet if your sons were being murdered at the same rate as our sons, you wouldn't be handling it this. Matter of fact, you bet not kill one white person. You bet not. Let a police officer kill one white person unjustly and see what happens. But you can keep killing black people and nobody's upset. And Peter went and got a dog from a lady who, they didn't even mention the injustice, what she was doing to the black dude. The calling him out, the fake phone call, the racist attempt. No mention of the black dude. But that damn dog though, they went and got that dog. Because they are for the ethical treatment of animals. Well, Peter, you ought to add an A on it. If Peter was for people for the ethical treatment of African Americans, we might get somewhere. That's all I'm trying to say, man. Have a great weekend, everybody.
For all Steve Harvey contests, no purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Participants must be legal U.S. residents at least 18 years old unless otherwise stated. For complete contest rules, visit SteveHarveyFM.com.
You're listening to the Steve Harvey Morning Show.